My wife kissed another man on a night out. I forgave her and told her I wouldn't let it bother me. Now she's blowing up at me saying I don't love her because I didn't care about it and must be into men. I, 41M, have been with my wife, 41F, for over 23 years, and for some context, we never had a great bedroom life after the first year. We would smash maybe once or twice a year at most, but at the moment, it's been going on for 3 years with no action. To clarify, she's the one who doesn't want to smash. She said she doesn't want me making the first move with her. She doesn't even want me to initiate hugs, and just bringing up smashing makes her feel under pressure. Although it bothers me, I love her and I love our kids, so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I know plenty of friends in the same situation. Another bit of context is that I've always been mildly overweight but always fit, as I played a lot of sports until about 10 years ago when I got really ill. A mixture of meds and comfort eating made me balloon up to nearly 300 pounds. Well, 2 years ago, I decided to do something about it, and I'm now around 200 pounds, which at 6 feet 2 inches is the lightest I've been as an adult, and I've actually enjoyed using weights. For the first time in my life, I have a bit of abs and some muscle. My wife, having always been far hotter, is pretty obviously insecure about the fact that for the first time since we've been together, women are starting to look at me and message me on my baking pages on social media. For the record, I've never even looked at another woman in that way. On to the night in question. My wife went out with some friends, a mix of singles and those in relationships. She looked stunning and I told her so. I even updated my phone home screen to that picture of her, lol. One of the friends she was out with messaged me about 3 months ago, and the gist was she knows I get no action. My wife doesn't realize how lucky she is, and basically, do I want to hook up? I obviously instantly took a screenshot and sent it to my wife. Around 4 a.m., my wife gets home, and she wakes me up as she gets into bed. I'm half awake but can tell something is wrong, so I ask what the matter is. She doesn't say anything for a few seconds, and as I go to grab her hand, she pulls away. I ask if she wants me to get her a drink, and she says no. Then she just blurts it out and says, I met a guy tonight, he kissed me. I didn't kiss back at first, then I did. Then for the next half hour, we were dancing and constantly kissing. She kept saying sorry and begging me not to leave her. My honest first reaction was, so what, it's only kissing and dancing. I didn't say that, I just hugged her and tried to calm her down. An hour or so later, once I got the right words in my head, I said, I know you feel really guilty, but please don't. I'm not going to leave you and break up our family over some kissing and dancing, and I don't love you any less than I did yesterday. This isn't something that's going to grow and cause resentment. More or less right on cue, my phone goes off, and it's that friend of hers with a picture and a video of what my wife was doing. This sets my wife off again, but my feelings still haven't changed, and a month later, that remains the case. In that month since then, my wife has accused me of not loving her because I didn't care. She's accused me of kissing other people and more, suggesting that I didn't care because I was covering up my own indiscretions. She's accused me of being only into guys multiple times, which doesn't make sense. She keeps asking me why I haven't initiated anything with her, even though in the past, she's told me she hates being touched and not to ever try it on with her, which I have respected. She's basically projecting, and it's annoying me because it's putting a strain on us, which she is 100% causing. How do I get through to her that she needs to stop feeling guilty and just move on because I have? It's not a big deal to me. I was genuinely more annoyed when she broke my baking bowl and tried to blame it on the cat, lol. Edit. Over the years, we have been to a few different couples counselors and smash therapists, the latest being last September for both. My wife always feels like she's being bullied by them and we stop going. Nearly all have said, though, they think she is asexual, and 2 even said she is displaying a lot of signs of being a closeted lesbian, which I have brought up to her before, and she is adamant she's not. People have said that if I don't get jealous, I don't love her. If she told me she was having an emotional affair, spending hours on the phone with someone else laughing and joking, snuggling on a sofa eating chocolates and watching TV with someone, etc., I'd be devastated. A dance and a kiss aren't a big deal to me and not even close to divorce. Update 1. It's been nearly 2 weeks since I made the post, and the short update is that we are getting divorced. As I mentioned in the comments, I told her I wanted us to go back to couples counseling and smash therapy. She said no to both because we had gone before and she felt bullied. She mentioned that at smash therapy, unless she initiates touching, not just smashing, but any physical contact like hugs or hand-holding, it will feel forced and like pity affection from her. The smash therapist said that's very unreasonable, and that's why she felt bullied there. I tried to ask her a few questions too. Are you a lesbian or at least swing both ways? Don't be stupid. Are you asexual? I'm not a teenager with a stupid label. What did he have that I don't? Nothing, I just wanted to do it. Why don't you ever want to do that with me? Don't know. What can I do to make you want to do that with me? Don't know. Do you want me to take the initiative and try to initiate physical contact with you more? No, I'll tell you when I want it, don't guess. So she refused therapy and gave me no straight answers. She also said I've gone back on my word about not letting the kiss split us up because now it is. I said it's not the kiss, it's your behavior since then that has caused me to want to divorce. She said since it's my decision to divorce and it's all my fault, then I should be the one to tell our kids, and she will have no part of it. That was hard. As soon as they were told, my wife left for her sister's, and in the 3 days since, I haven't heard anything from her. I've tried speaking to her about the kids as they miss her, but she reads my messages and ignores me. A lot of people asked about the friend and why they still talk after she tried it on with me. From my understanding, my wife tried to get the friend group to cut the friend out, but they all pretty much refused, so my wife chose to ignore her in group settings. On the night in question, the friend approached my wife and told her if she didn't tell me, she would send me the video. So my wife didn't tell me because she felt guilty but because she was forced. I've also spoken to a couple of other friends in the group and asked what's been going on that I'm not privy to. Apparently, my wife was intimately texting her friend's boyfriend a couple of years ago. My wife has also been boasting about how she has me under her thumb and gets away with giving me nothing, and I'm too scared to ask if that's true or not. The friend apparently saw me out shopping one day and decided I was now more smashable and thought she'd try to exact some revenge on my wife. So she didn't really want me, I was just a pawn in this weird friend group's internal beefs, which I found out about in the last few days. Basically, they all seem to hate each other and mess with each other's partners. I'll be honest now, and I feel incredibly guilty about it, but when she left, my body and soul seemed to take a massive sigh of relief. It was like a black cloud that was dripping eggshells on the floor for me to constantly avoid had gone. I feel terrible for feeling this way, but I feel like I'm my 6 feet 2 inches height now rather than a browbeaten 3 person who was scared to even say anything for fear of being told I'm wrong, insulted, or ridiculed. It's like the blinkers have been taken off. I spent the day-to-day baking with my kids, eating Easter eggs, and watching cartoons, and I haven't stopped smiling all day. I haven't winced or broken out in a sweat worrying I'm about to be told off about being too noisy, watching the wrong thing on TV, or there's a wrapper on the floor, etc. Thank you everyone for your support on my last post.